Howdy, builders. Welcome back to Project Highrise. Today, we're going to do one of our scenarios for neighborhood revitalization. You can pause and read this if you would like. If you're playing along with us, then you can read it on your screen there. So pause that and read that. We're going to go into this. It's going to give you a little bit more details on what we need to do at the beginning here. So scenario upgrades. So you can pause and read these if you need to. $25,000 and revenue, not profit, but revenue. Population of 250 and a prestige. This prestige is probably going to be the hard. It is going to be the harder one to get. Population and revenue, we could hit either one of these before we hit the other. It's kind of a up in the air on which one we do, depending on how the tower goes. I'll show you some tips and tricks, especially on hitting this new landmarks one that I've done in the past. So the first thing we got to do is, got a lot of damage in this building. So we're going to get that started. We're going to start expanding out on this particular tower. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. We're going to need that anyways. So we'll go ahead and fill that out. We're going to delete some of these little lamps that are in here, right here, and these um, plants and stuff like that. We are going to keep in this um, art right here. You don't want to get rid of that because that is going to bring in people into the tower to spend in our shops once we get our shops and stuff moved. So you guys will see that here in a few minutes. We're going to move some stuff around. This tower automatically comes with a maintenance office, but it doesn't have a mover. But in order to be successful with this, we are going to have to build a mover. So we're going to put this down in here so that we can move some of our buildings around and stuff. We're going to expand this down as far as it'll let us in this basement because we're going to need services for up here for these offices. We're going to have to put in this particular scenario. As you saw at the beginning, I have completed this scenario before. When you're, so you guys will see some tips and tricks in here as well that you can use, not just necessarily in this tower, but in every tower that you do as you're building up. If you guys watch my other tutorial on how to build on hard mode, you'll know that I like these particular glass modes. And then in the bottom, I like my subway tiles down here in the bottom. So you're gonna see that oftentimes in my buildings. We we're going for revenue, not necessarily profit, but we do not need two elevator shafts in this particular building. It's too small for that. And then we can use that space for other things later on. So we're going to take that one elevator shaft out. The further away from the entrance that you can get your elevator shafts, the better, because that means people are going to have to walk past the businesses in order to get to them. I didn't have the luxury of placing the elevator shaft in this building. If I did, I would place it. You know what? We can actually move it if we wanted to. We got plenty of money. It'll help us in the long run, anyways. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna build this out right here, and we're gonna move this elevator over and move our utilities over as well, just because it's gonna make it easier for us in the long run. So pop, 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 pop. All right. So we're gonna get those in. We're gonna delete this shaft right here. Ah, I did it again. All right, we're gonna delete that. We're gonna move our electrical closets over. Let me try that again. We'll move our electrical closets over, and now you see there's electrical all the way up, which is also going to give us our phone lines. We're going to go ahead and build that out. We have a lot of money in this one to spare, so it's not going to be that hard. If you guys noticed too, we lost some of our little shops in this one. It's perfectly fine. It happens on this particular scenario, so you're not gonna lose out if you are missing those shops. Oh, phone lines. That's what we need. Phone lines. Phone lines. Okay, there we go. So you're not going to miss out on anything in this scenario by losing a couple of your vendors in this building. So if don't fret, don't be like, oh my God, I'm losing people. I'm losing people. It can impact your prestige, but it's not impacting it in this particular scenario because notice at the bottom of this where I have it highlighted, you can see move outs and evictions are non-existent. So you guys can see that play out for you however you see it. But you'll notice that it won't impact you that much in this particular scenario. We're going to keep moving things around here. We are going to place some medical units on these three floors right here, medical offices. And the reason why we want to do that is they don't require a lot to open, and they also bring in quite a bit of revenue. And keep in mind, in this particular scenario, we're not really worried about profit necessarily. We're more concerned about the revenue that we have coming in, how much money are people spending in our shop, our building for rent and those types of things, not necessarily how much profit are we making each day. So there's a little bit of a difference between the two when it comes to what you're wanting to achieve on this particular scenario. So we're going to work through this. We're going to move some more stuff around. I'm going to go ahead and place my shop down here. This is going to be where we place our pharmacy because in order to build those medical units up here, we are going to have a pharmacy placed in this building. And then once we get this pharmacy placed and get our services in down here in this basement for now, we'll be able to place our medical units up here. They are going to be a medium office. Luckily, on this particular scenario, we start at a level three. So since we started at a level three, we can or not level three, but three prestige, level three, whatever, however you want to call it. We do start at that level three part of it. So what that means for us is that we automatically unlock the medium density offices right here. And we're not going to build any apartments in this particular tower. We're only going to strictly go for our offices just because it's going to make the scenario easier. We already have offices zoned in here. It's already like an office tower type situation. So we might as well just keep that flow going in here so that we continue to build up with what we already have existing. We are going to have to add water in for our medical unit. So it's only going to go this high because we're only going to do, I think, three levels for, we may do a fourth. It depends on our water closets and how they fare with the amount of water usage and stuff that we need in this particular tower. But as you see, I'm moving things around in here quite a bit initially. It's costing me some money, but we haven't started any contracts yet. We haven't taken out any loans. So if we get to the point where we need to do those things, we're safe because we have enough in our bank in order to complete those. We know we're gonna have to put a pharmacy, drugstore, whatever you want to call it in here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. That's gonna give us another $240 for the day. We have the we have the space in our storeroom for it. So we are going to go ahead and place that. Later on, we are going to move and probably make a bigger storeroom down here in the corner of our basement so that we can build more shops up here. But that'll come later on. We're in no hurry for that right now. So we're okay where we're at for the moment, and we'll get to that point where we'll be ready for that. What I'm doing right now is just letting these folks build out these floors so that we can go in here and start building in what we need. You guys will see once we get these floors built in and we start moving these down, putting our offices, our medium density offices in here, then you guys will see that this will go much quicker. So this is the longest and hardest part of this game right here, or this particular scenario is just moving stuff around. You are not required to do what I'm doing. You're not required to move stuff around. You can actually just start zipping your tower up, have your two lines of elevators, and you don't have to use medical or anything else like that. I just like I like symmetry in my building. I like it to be like a good flow in the building, just like you would if you went to an actual office building. There's going to be structure to it. Like they have everything mapped out. They know where everything is going when they place it. They know what type of offices they're putting in their buildings and different things as they're going through and structuring those towers. or the even those little smaller offices buildings. And because they know where everything's going and what they want in there, they can kind of adjust the rents and stuff to it. And that's what we're doing in this particular tower. We're shifting things around within the floors to get in what we really need in this tower so that we are maximizing the amount of money we can make in a given day. I'm gonna show you some secrets to this game, and this is if you've watched my other videos on Project High Rise, especially the ones about the hard mode, knowing your contracts and knowing what they require is going to be beneficial to you. So some of the things that we are going to do, we're not going to finish all these contracts, but one thing that you can do if you're curious what those contracts are or what they look like, you can actually click on them, get it started. So this one, we need two more insurance agencies, and then we can cancel it. So it cost us a little bit to cancel it from what we paid, but now we got a glimpse into what is required for it. And it showed you guys up here what was required for that so that you know. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and complete those. And then towards the end, you're going to be able to utilize that to your advantage. All right, we got to add power and phone line down here. We are going to have to add some water into this building, which is going to cost us a little bit of money, but that is okay. Remember, we're not going for profit, we're only going for revenue. So a little bit of a cost for our water units in here is not going to hurt the overall, it's not going to impact the results of the particular scenario that we're running. So don't let that discourage you from what we're looking at. All right, so this is going to complete that particular scenario. The other one is like getting rent or something, like having to get rent. If I go ahead and start it, I think it automatically completes it. So we're not going to do that. There are some other things that you can do in here as well that are going to help you later on. But we want to use those to our advantage towards the end to get our revenue. Like you can use those contracts completions towards your revenue goal. So if you do a bunch of them at one time and you knock them out, then you're going to get that revenue into your building, and it's going to allow you to go ahead and complete that first tier. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. It could be a 50-50 chance on which one of these two we complete first, because if we don't use contracts to help us boost our revenue, then we're going to have to build a taller tower. So it's going to take a little bit longer. And we may hit that 250 population before we hit that 25,000 on our revenue. So there's two different ways that it could go for us, and it's going to vary based off of what's going on in the building at any given time. I do want to go ahead and get these bad boys open as we're moving the other things, just so we can start getting that revenue in here as well. So we're going to drop our little water room right here, and we're going to go in here. We need bottled water service, janitorial service, and file services. So bottled water services, janitorial services, and file services. Now keep in mind where these are placed at in this building. We are most likely going to end up having to move it later on. I just took a loan, like kind of moving stuff around. It cost me a little bit more than I wanted to, so I just went ahead and took a loan. There's plenty of them available for us, and we're going to make the money back here in the next couple of days, so we will be okay with taking out a loan. So let's get in here. While these are building and we're waiting for these to pop in there, we're going to move a couple more of our offices so we can get some more medical units prepared up here. Oop, I forgot. Wah, wah, wah. They didn't leave. And we need some phone services in here. So let's get that bad boy, which means, no, we got a little bit of power left. So we're good there. All right, we got medical. We got more medical units waiting for us here. So let's go ahead and get these bad boys queued up here. Let's check our services. Keep an eye on these and see see where we're at, make sure we're not going to go out and miss our opportunity here. As you guys see, we're making very little money. If you can see this on the video, it's $85 a day, which is not very much. But again, we're not going for profit, we're only going for revenue. And with revenue, that's going to increase exponentially once we get more of these medium office buildings in here and start getting them zoned in. Now, keep in mind your medical offices here, you only want to keep them on like the bottom 4 or 5 floors. Anything above that, they typically start getting a little upset because they feel like they're too far away from the ground. I don't know if they're afraid of earthquakes or what, but they just like the lower ground floors. So keep that in mind if you're placing those. You can't really place them in higher level buildings because they do not like it. They don't like it at all. So don't even waste your time trying to, because they're gonna get upset, and they're probably gonna end up leaving your building as well, because they want those lower floors. So as you're going through and you're doing any tower, just keep your medical offices, if you're going to build them in your tower, on reserved to the lower levels of your building. You guys will see this change quite a bit today. I mean, we added six medical offices that are giving us $400 a day in today. So when the time changes tonight, it's going to give us quite a bit of extra money. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not that concerned about the money flow situation in this particular tower, because we're about to open up the amount of money we can make. Once I get all these placed in here, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of money coming in really really quick. So I'm not that concerned about the lack of money right now, like I would be if I was playing on a harder mode. But this is the easy mode. Look at that, 1725. So we went from, what was it, $50 a day essentially to $1,700 a day. So it your level of difficulty makes a difference in how your whole entire tower functions as well. So if you're playing if you're playing on that harder mode, you get less rent, your utilities cost more, your services cost more, like everything seems to cost more when you're playing on higher levels. So you have to take that into consideration when you're building on those higher tier level difficulties, because if you don't, you could be shooting yourself in the foot in the long run, because you may be missing opportunities to um, maximize sales or even profit in your buildings. So you got to be very, very mindful of what you have going on as you're building, so that you can continue to grow your tower and not lose profitability. Because if you lose your profitability and you end up not having any source of income or anything that can help buffer you, like a contract, if you already have taken out all your contracts and or your loans, if you've maximized all those and you're still to negative, there's very little that you're going to be able to do outside of deleting your services, deleting your elevators, deleting stuff that cost you money in order to do that. But you already paid money for those services, so if you have to delete those services later on, you're going to have to replace them. Plus, the people that need those services might leave the tower. So you might lose rent, you're going to have to replace them. It's just a snowball effect on costing you money. So you really got to watch and manage your money in this particular game, because if you don't, you can really get yourself in a situation to where you're like, okay, I have hit my wall. There's nothing I could do, and I'm gonna have to start a new tower now because I have really nowhere else to go in this particular game. And that's a pretty crummy feeling to get to, when you're like, man, I thought I was doing well. I thought this was going good, and then you look down and you're like, I'm out of money, and there's nothing I can do. That generally, I've on easy mode like this, I've never had that happen. It's the harder mode. So if you're playing hard mode, some of the harder scenarios that we'll get to later on will also do the same thing. You'll notice that money's going to be a lot more tighter, a lot more difficult to get in those modes. So you got to be really, really good at managing your money and in those scenarios. And if you're playing sandbox on hard mode, you got to be really, really good at managing your money so that you're not putting yourself in a situation to lose everything you worked hard on. You can always do save points as well. So the harder the levels are that you're playing, the more likely you are going to want to hit save points. So if you're watching my other video on the hard tower and building, you notice like every so often I pause the game and I actually save it. That way I don't lose anything. So if I do make a mistake in that, I can actually go back and to my last save point and start up versus like having to go back 15, 20 days in the game and having to start all over from that point. So be mindful of like where you're spending your time at in your towers so that you're doing yourself a favor, not a disservice, or creating yourself extra work, because that can really take the fun out of it. So if you're playing this game for fun, like I do, it can really take the fun out of it if you're constantly getting put in, not necessarily putting yourself, but if you're getting put in situations where you're struggling to build your towers, it doesn't become fun anymore. It seems like, why am I playing this? I can't even get it to do what I want it to do, and you kind of lose that excitement out of it. So don't get yourself in that position. Just watch your budgets, watch how much money you're spending, watch this every day. So if you know every day, every 2 3 minutes, it changes a day if you have it on high speed. So keep an eye on this. Watch your lighting. You notice how I have it zoomed out a little bit. You can watch your lighting. So when I see it going from dark light to day, I start keeping an eye down here, and I know this is about to change the profit in the building. So that kind of gives me an idea of where I need to focus my attention and kind of opens me up a little bit. All right, creative offices. We're gonna hit that. All right, let's check our services. We got plenty of phone, plenty of electricity, and we're most likely possibly gonna need more water. We will see. Let's start build. Let's start building out some of these medical offices. We don't have a plethora of money at this point. We're only at 3,000, but we're gonna go ahead and build this next level out because these levels are a lot cheaper than they are on um, harder difficulties or on other scenarios. So it doesn't cost as much to build out a level as it does on some of the more difficulties. And we're really focused on this particular scenario in this video. So looking at this particular scenario, we need to build it up as fast as we can. Well, it depends on how fast you want the scenario to go. If you want to get through this relatively quickly, build it up as fast as you can. I'm trying to make it quicker for you guys because you're you're taking the time to watch the video. So the last thing you want to do is see Johnny and Bobby just walking back and forth on a floor right here, trying to figure out like where they're gonna eat lunch at. So as exciting and exhilarating as that may seem, it's really not if you're just sitting there watching it on YouTube or something. So I try to make it as quick as possible. Oh no, I ran out of money. Wah wah wah. That's okay. That is quite all right. All right, so 16. Let's look at our water here. We're getting ready for the next day. Once it turns over, we're gonna have enough to fill out the rest of these medical piles. It's just I ran out of money because I built this level up here, which is not a big deal. We'll be straight. All right, so we have enough water to get us these 3 plates right here, so we'll be straight on that. And then I'm gonna show you guys like the other medium offices have requirements as well for some of the stuff that they need in the building. So we're gonna look at those as well, so that you guys can see um, what it takes in order to build up some of those other offices. Because some of them may be like, oh, we need more medium restaurants, or oh, we need more restaurants that serve lunch, or we need this, or we need that. So some of them have a little bit more requirements for us to achieve than others do. So we'll take a look at those as we get them placed so that we can start building them up. I will say the lawyers are the cheapest. You would think they would pay good rent, but I guess maybe because they know how to read legal paperwork or mumbo jumbo or whatever they got going on, the lawyers' offices seem to want to pay the least amount in rent. So I generally don't place very many of those. I place enough to get my my contract completed, and then outside of that, like I'm good. Like I'm straight. Y'all don't gotta rent no more of my rooms here. We will focus mainly on the creative thinking offices down, or the financial offices and creative thinking offices, as we get those unlocked. Let's see here. So this is what I'm talking about. So we need a greater variety of restaurants that serve lunch. And when they say restaurants, they don't mean medium restaurants. You can use these little small restaurants for most of these, and some of them require a large restaurant, or not a large restaurant, but a medium restaurant, and some of them don't. It just depends. All right. Oh, we don't have water. Well, I mean, we have water, but I don't want to put another water line in because then I'm to build a whole nother closet, and it would cost us $250 a day for $30 extra rent. Not worth it, in my opinion. I know we're not going for profit, but profit's definitely going to help us build faster, so we can get through this together quicker. Still need more that serve lunch, so we're gonna add another restaurant in here that serves lunch. Apparently, they really, really, really want some lunch in here, so let's get one of these coffee and lunch bad boy. Oh, we can't, um, because they want the coffee breakfast one doesn't require water, but the coffee lunch one does. That's weird, and we probably need that coffee lunch one. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to put this in here, but we're gonna have to. All right, if we're gonna pay 750, we're just gonna go with the bigger one. So we'll just go with the bigger one and go ahead and get that taken care of. We'll knock these bad boys down. Boom, boom, and boom goes the dynamite. All right, let's see here. I don't like the. You guys keep seeing me change that. I don't really particularly care too much for the default level floor level things in my towers. So every time I do something, you guys will see me change those out just because I'm just not a huge fan of the way they look. So all right, so that should open us up. Yeah, there we go. And we need commercial printing services. So let's build some commercial printing services. We're gonna make this sixth floor right here. This is going to end up being a floor for some of our services. I know it's weird, but you see this in towers, like even the World Trade Center tower, for example, they had like printing offices up on the 70th and 80th floor. So you'll see these in big towers as well, where they have the services on other floors. When I first started playing this game, I was like, "Oh no, services have to go in the basement." No, they have to go in the. They don't have to go in the basement. They're perfectly fine on higher level floors, and it does absolutely nothing to your building, aesthetic wise. The biggest difference is they don't have windows. Um, but like if you were building a tower and you were putting a service thing on a floor, chances are it would have windows. Like there's no reason why a mail room wouldn't have windows in a tall tower if it was on a higher floor, or a copy office or something like that. Wouldn't have windows if it was on a taller floor. Like that wouldn't make any sense. It's just the default little service room things that they put in here is the reason why it looks that way when you go to place them. And even some of your little shops and stuff, some of them have windows. Like this one has windows, but this one doesn't. So even some of those have and some of them don't. Look right here, y'all. So our courier, we are in need of another courier. So we've used enough of our services to need, like there was too many calls and they weren't able to get to all those calls. So now they're like, "Ooh, we need help. Can you get us some help?" And I'm like, "Yep, I got you." So we're gonna put a courier service up here. Looks like we need another filing service up here. And if you go through your list right here, you can see it as well. So file services, and then what was this? Commercial printing. commercial printing services. So we need some commercial printing services up here as well. So we're going to place those in here. And this is going to unlock so much more for us. Guess what I forgot to do? Put phone lines in. All right. And then we're going to have to add another phone line closet as well. So let's build that bad boy right there. And then that's going to unlock these creative offices right here. So we can start putting these bad boys in as well. Bam, bam, bam. Get that going. Legal offices, these are going to see, these require more medium restaurants. Remember me talking earlier about medium restaurants? Those lawyers' offices are going to require medium restaurants for us to have in our building. So we'll have to add those in as well. Somebody left. You guys see that up in the top corner there. Somebody actually left the tower. I'm not exactly sure why, but we're about to go find out. Um, who left this cat right here? Rent is too high. They didn't want to pay that high of rent. Well, sorry about you. Not changing it. It is what it is. Let's see here. No hard feelings. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk, y'all. All right, we're gonna get them in here. One thing I do want to do is go ahead and get our operations office in here. So we'll place this up here with these, and then we're gonna go ahead and start our new construction office down here, and you guys will see why here in just a minute. This is really good for when you are wanting to build a tall tower and a short amount of time. Build these construction offices by unlocking your operations right here, and you can start doing it. I generally rarely collect this unless I want this. And this is like if you have a really big tower and your team is constantly trying to struggle to keep up with the amount of grime in the building, your maintenance team, you can unlock this and use this to clean that grime with your influence points. So that could be used to your advantage in the long run. Just depends on how you utilize it. So, but you guys will see these fill out a lot faster now. I mean, look how many workers there are on this now. So you'll see that fill out faster. Huh? That's not normal. Okay, that's weird. We're gonna decline that and we'll start looking for some more tenants. Very rarely do the creative offices ask for a place that serve dinner. I've been playing this game for a while now. I have like almost 300 hours played in it, so it's very rare to see a creative office that requires that. All right, we need another file. That's weird. Why are they not calling the others? Maybe because they're on the other floors. I don't know. We'll see if this corrects tomorrow. That's weird. It's like they're literally right here. So I don't know. We'll see if it corrects itself. If it doesn't, then we'll go add some more in. That is weird. Why does it keep doing that? Oh well, we'll move past it. We need legal offices now, so we're gonna have to add some medium restaurants in our tower. Let's move these down. We have water down here now, so we're gonna add water, and we're gonna add some power. We already have power, and we're gonna add some phone. Nope, it's already there. All right, so we're gonna move this down and this down. And then what we're gonna do is add some stairs in here, and we'll add some medium restaurants. It won't let us move this, which I think is weird. I know it's an art building and all, but I think it's weird that it won't let us move it. Let's try moving this and see if it solves the problem. Sometimes it does. It's like a little glitch that's in the game. Like you'll add one and it doesn't do it. Don't get yourself all stressed out about it. It's perfectly fine. It happens. Just move on from it and it'll eventually catch up to itself. The city's economy is starting to warm up. Yay, yay, yay. All right, so we need restaurants here. This one pays more. And then breakfast and lunch. We have a lot of places that serve breakfast and lunch. Breakfast and lunch. We'll go with this bad boy right here. All right, let's see if that opens up the. Oop, let's see if that opens up our lawyer's offices. Okay, and then now we gotta have a catering service. Catering services. That means we're gonna have to place gas units in this tower, which I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not super stoked about because the only thing we're gonna use gas for in this particular tower is catering service. Wah wah wah. And in all honesty, we really don't have to build legal offices. We're just going to build them for the contract here in a few. Mentioning contracts, we're going to go ahead and sign some of these basic offices. All right. And then diversification. So let's get those going. See, this is the contract I was talking about right here. And then we need 25 visitors in our building at one time. There we go. I was like, that shouldn't be very difficult for us to do. We should be getting that every day, anyways. Um, and right now we're at 35. But these doctors' offices bring visitors in as well. So they're people that just, spend money in your shops and stuff. See what I'm talking about? These lawyer offices don't pay very much in rent, which is weird to me. You would think lawyers' offices, as extravagant as they are, would pay a lot more than what they pay for in this particular game. The higher level ones pay a little bit more. What is going on here? What do you mean janitorial services needed? It's literally right here. It's not even overworked. Just give them a little holler. All right, man. Doctors, they're worse than lawyers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If there's any doctors watching this, I'm just kidding. I was just joking. Um, in this game, they are very, very picky on where they need to be. Not in real life. Okay, I just want to be clear. I just want to clarify that. I don't mean that as a generalization towards any specific people. That do do do. Okay, now that my face is 10 shades of red, let's see what we could do here. Do, do, do. All right, let's build these in. What do we need? We need these catering services for the lawyers because they need some food. So let's get these bad boys built in here. Um, we really only needed three of the creative offices in here, but I added another one just because I'm cool like that. I felt like we needed it, and that's what I did. So we're good. I don't know why I was thinking that we needed extras, but we did. All right, let's build some more electricity. Pop this bad boy right here. See how much faster that builds once you get that other off. Once you get that other construction office built into your tower, it goes a lot faster. So as soon as you can, profitability wise, build one of these ops spot built offices. Definitely do that so that you can start getting your extra construction workers into your building and building them up. All right, so we need one more legal office, and then we will be done. They're barely paying for the utilities and catering services. We need more places that serve dinner, which is fine. We can do that. Let's move this up here. These got to stay below ground. So construction and maintenance. We are going to add another maintenance building staff maintenance. We're going to add the big maintenance in here. We'll add a little maintenance in here. We'll destroy that. Let's build the little construction office down here. Can we move this? No. So we're gonna build that down here as well. Building and now I've exhausted our finances yet again. Who's the lavish spender today? I'm the lavish spender today. All right, let's see. Lunch, lunch, lunch. Lunch and dinner. All right, so we need a pizza place. Pizza place. Pizza, pizza. I mean, Little Caesars, if you want to sponsor my videos, that was a little hidden gem for you there. But if you want to throw some money my way, I mean, I ain't gonna turn you down. You know what I mean? Like, I like Little Caesars pizza. It's one of my faves. So, pizza, pizza. Let's get this. All right, bottled water, janitorial services. Well, it looks like we need a few little extra things here. So let's get these bad boys going. So we need another courier service. We need some bottled water, and we need some janitorial. Let's see. Looks like everything else is good, so we're straight. The more, like, if you build offices and residential and hotels all in the same building, like you got to keep up with all three services. So keep that in mind if you're trying to expand your tower much larger, that you're gonna have those extra expenses and the extra challenge of keeping up with all the different aspects of the services that each one of them is gonna need. Where's IT? There it is. Where's my IT at? All right, so financial services, IT, we're good. Let's build these in here. Look at the rent compared to the others. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Boo. That was 125 wasted dollars. Can I get that back? Like, that's part of my car payment. I made a mistake. Can I get some of that money back, please? I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. That these are medium stores. We're gonna add some medium stores in here because that's another one of these contracts that we're gonna complete here in a minute. Um, can I cancel this one? Yeah, I have enough money. Okay, so we're gonna cancel that one for now. Let me see where we're at on our revenue. So 25,000. You don't have to complete all three. I'm gonna make this video for all three. So if you only want to see how to do the first one, just watch the first one. If you want to see how to do the next one, you can watch it that further. If you want to see how to unlock all three of them, watch the whole thing. And it's gonna be beneficial for you if you want to unlock all three of them to watch it, because I'm gonna give you some tips towards the end of the video on how to unlock that third tier. That's going to be useful not just in this particular tower, but also other towers that you build in the future that require prestige. So I'll show you guys some of those tips that I use when I'm building those towers. Actually, I don't want to put this medium thing right here because we're going to need this space later on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So got some more money. We're going to facilities. We're going to add a big one in here. All right. Here's another tip for you. If you're building anything that's two floors like this on your basement floors, like your metro station, or no, your train station. If you're building your train station down here, or your storage units and stuff, build them up to the farthest corner that you can. Either this one or this one that you can. You don't want to build it near your elevator, because if I build this here, this second floor right here, this one gets blocked off. And you'd either have to build another elevator to it, stairs, or something to get to it down here. So your best bet is to put it on the end down here. I can't stress that enough. Been there, made that mistake, done that. Whew. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because you got to find a workaround for it. So do yourself a favor. If you're going to place those, place them where you know you're going to be able to use them. All right, let's get mover's office down here. We still have a few more things to move, so we're going to put another mover's office back in for it in its place. All right, so let's do this and this. All right, we ready for some financial offices? Looks like we are, so let's add those in. We need another copy center. Man, we are going through some, these people. These people in this building be copying some stuff. We're just Oh, I'm out of money again. Automatic repairs got me. Do 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 do. Boom. All right, so we're gonna build a couple of these, just because they keep they keep using them all. All right, so we're gonna move that, and then we're gonna add in some. Since we got the stuff in there now, we're gonna add. Nope, I don't want to put it that close. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these next to the trash can. All right, we'll move these next to the trash can. And then, do we have these unlocked on this one? Where are they? Doors. Here we go. All right, we just need smells. We don't want no smells coming through. Do do. All right, so we're gonna put some shops in here. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna move the convenience store down here. We'll put a shop up here. We do need to add in some services for our mall. So these mall directories help with traffic flow as well. So we'll add some of those in here as well. And then let's add a medium store up here. This is going to be computers and electronics because they like high traffic areas. They all like high traffic areas. Who doesn't like a high traffic area? Handbags and briefcases. I mean, we are an office building, so that makes sense. All right, do we have financial? Oh, we need a bank. That's what we need. We need a bank in this building. Do do do. We're gonna build a bank. I mean, if we're gonna have all these financial offices in here, we might as well have. Whoa, might as well have a bank as well. How much we got left on this? $6,800. Unfortunately, these utilities are going to cost quite a bit to move down. Did you guys hear my sigh? Aw, wah wah wah. All right, financial offices. This is going to cost 325 to place, but it's going to give us 415 rent. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and repair some of these offices so these folks don't move out. Um, can we move the electric? Yep, we haven't. Oh, that's going to take all of our money. We don't want to do that yet. Let's do. Let's go ahead and complete some of these. All right, so there's that. And then diversification. So that's going to give us some money that we can use as well. All right. Didn't really want to do that just yet, but I do want to expand this tower out a little bit more. We need one more medium store and one more restaurant in the tower, which we'll be able to do. Trash. Where's our trash? There's our trash. Let's put another restaurant in here. That's going to knock that one out. Let's do. What do we not have? We don't have a sandwich shop. So let's put a sandwich shop. Put a sandwich shop in here. And then we're going to put a bank over here and then a store next to it as well. Let's see, phones. Boom. And another phone. And then tomorrow we'll move the water down. And I'm going to show you how to complete this one easy. Like, you don't necessarily have to build a 15-story tower that's filled in. Oops, wrong button. Like, you don't have to build a 15-story tower all the way up here with all the stuff filled in. So I'll show you how to the I'm doing air quotes the workaround to beat this one, so you get the money from it. So I'll show you how to do the workaround for it if you don't want to literally sit there and build it all up. See, one thing, these service offices never like get worn down ever. It's funny. All the other offices get worn down, but the service offices don't. Maybe because they're like, who cares? They're just service offices. Um, I mean, I care because I care about all my people in my tower, including Carol, Carol, and Janet and Anthony. I mean, they're pretty cool cats. I'm just saying. Like they was throwing down the other day. I ain't gonna lie. They was like, we gonna get this. We gonna get this. We gonna make this the coolest tower in the world. And they was ready. I mean, they was ready to make this the coolest tower in the world. And I was right there alongside of them. I was like, okay, we're gonna make this the coolest tower. Let's do it. Let's do it. No prisoners. No prisoners. So that's what we did. We need mall security. But that's okay. We can add a mall security in. Mall security. Put them down here next to the food. Because that's a good place for mall security next to the food. We should have put the bank up here. But that's okay. Let's see. We need a shoe store. We have clothing and handbags and all that. I no shoe store. Okay. And then for the rest of this, we need 15 floors, and we're currently at 7. Man, seems like it's going to be a daunting task to get there. But I'm going to show you guys a little secret. Just do this. Boom. Finished. All right. Um, I didn't cheat. It's not cheating. I mean, if it was cheating, they wouldn't have put it in the game like they did. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, it's just the reality of the game. It just happens. It just happens. Oh, did y'all see that? There was a squirrel. It's over there. It's over there somewhere. Okay. So we got this and this, and bam, 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 bam. All right. So we got electric. I mean, Billy, why did you start in the middle? Like, I don't understand. What are y'all doing? What are they serving at these restaurants? Do they have alcohol in these things? Because I swear these construction workers sometimes be drunk. What do y'all got in here? Is there? I mean, I see drink cups, but is there alcohol? Are y'all serving alcohol? Because these fools are drunk. I mean, look, they missed a whole daggone section of the building. Like, and then come back. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh my gosh. Oh man, make it make sense. Somebody. Ah, y'all go in the comments. Y'all just let me know how y'all feel about that because I think they drunk. Like this makes absolutely no sense to me. Like I don't understand why this is built into the game mechanics the way that it's built in, but it does it all the time. If you build 2 floors at one time, like I, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. Like to me, it's just crazy. How much more we got? Oh, that's including our contract. So about that. All right, so we're gonna need definitely gonna need some electricity. So we're gonna go ahead and add another electrical closet in here. Probably should build a big one, but it is what it is. We'll be all right. Don't fret. No fretting. All right, we're gonna build some of these creative ones just to get some rent in here while we're waiting for the financial guys to come back. Oh, heck yeah, I'll take it. Y'all want to pay a little bit more rent? That ain't gonna hurt my feelings none. Did y'all see that? They loosened up. They was like, bro, we need office space, and you ain't getting us none. Help a brother out. I'm like, I don't know. Open them pocketbooks, homie. We'll see what we can do for you. And they was like, cool, we got you. We got you. Ah, man, they paying more than the creative offices. That's not normal. All right, we need some phone lines in here. All right, so let's build some phone. Yeah, there we go. I saw the little phone down here. I was like, okay, that's a telltale right there. All right, so we're at 245. We're gonna hit this one before we hit this one. I'll just be honest with you. So neighborhood recovery, we're gonna hit 250 before we hit 25,000. So we're gonna do this one and then I'll show you guys once we get these two unlocked how to do this one. Easy, easy peasy. The hardest part about that is gonna be waiting for the money. Money, 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 money. Ah, shit, mentioning money. I'm out. I'm out. Let's check pizza, pizza. You know what? Let's go ahead. Little Caesars. Did I spell that right? I don't even know. Little Caesars. We have Little Caesars in our building now. I mean, again, Little Caesars. Like, if you're feeling generous, I will take a sponsorship deal from you. I'll even eat pizza on camera. Like, I'll smash down on a pepperoni pizza if you want to hook me up. Like, you will not hear me say no. All right, 250. We are straight. We're ready to go. We do need a trash in here because I forgot to place one. We need one guy to go empty two trash cans. Ah, man alive. Whatever are we gonna do? Where we at on this? See, see, I completed a contract before, so it took our revenue down. Back down to realism. All right, we're just gonna do one floor because I don't want to watch them be drunk today. We'll just when I get done with this floor, we'll go up to the next one. Yeah, y'all missed the whole section over here on the right. Like, like what are you doing? What what just happened? I can't with this team today. I just can't. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like they just skipped over the whole daggone thing. They were like, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. You're not paying us enough. Not paying us enough. We want to raise. All right. All right. We got you. We got you. Let's see. Bam, bam. Uh, that, they went lawyers. The lawyers' offices are crazy. No idea what just happened. Ooh, what is this? We need building security services. What is building security services? Let's see here. How much does building security services cost? $375 a day. We're making 9,000. I think we all right. What do y'all think? All right, let's do it. Let's see what our mortgage and savings firms bring to us. Boom. This is like an extension of the financial offices, and they pay a little bit more. We got a couple of them bad boys in here, and we're gonna be straight. Yeah, look what I forgot to do. Now we're making 11,000. We made 11,000 yesterday in profit. That's pretty awesome. Oh, elevator. Gotta get up to the level. I took a playbook out of the construction team's book because like what what is going on? Like I'm like maybe if I build one floor at a time, maybe they'll get it right. Nope. Nope. They're not. All right, we're gonna build one more floor, medium offices here, and then we'll do another level of services because we're about to max out our services. Did I unlock the thing? Did I do that? Optimizer, yeah, that helps a little bit. Obviously, quite a bit more than I thought it did. Let's see here. What else we got? We got advertisement agencies. Oh, we don't. Oh, oops. We don't have a satellite connection. Video game studios. Oh, these. Okay, we'll stick with financial offices and mortgage and savings firms. We do have a bank in here, so it makes sense for us to have a mortgage and savings firm in the top of the bank. I wish there was an easier way to filter these. Let's see how cheap the lawyers are. Bet there you got even cheaper. What is going on? Now y'all see why I did the medical on the bottom because they paid pretty good rent. What do these take? I, I mean, I'll take it. Works for me. All right, let's see here. Where we at? Where we at? We getting close. That's without no contracts. Oops. We had a. We had a. Did I? Did I? Did I put phone lines in? Oh, I didn't put any services in, y'all. These folks up here like, yo, we paying you all this money, man. What's going on? What's going on? Can we get our services? Bam, bam. All right, so we should. We still didn't hit it. Ah, you kidding me? We so close. Okay, so with these new offices and stuff, we'll be straight tomorrow. We're not gonna spend this money just yet. I'm gonna show you the secret that we have. Y'all ready for the secret? Shh. Now, when I show you this, you can't tell anybody. It's just between us. Um, Unless you say you need to go watch this video so you learn how to do this secret, and then be like, "You're cool, so go ahead and subscribe because my man's pretty cool." So you can like and subscribe and become my friend, and you can comment and let me know what y'all think. Um, you can be cool like Janet and Carol down here with Anthony and the maintenance room, and just follow along and see what we got going on. Let's see if anybody stares at the painting while we're waiting for the day to end. Anybody gonna stare at the painting today? No, they're just gonna stare at these. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh. I did not catch that name. Man, they move fast. Oh, she looked at it twice. Did y'all see that? I saw it was clicked on her. Oh, man, they move fast. Dang. Oh, how come every time I click on it? Oh, he wanted to see it again. Bernard. Bernard really liked that painting. He went back to it twice. Did y'all see that? They really like that painting. He's like, man, that painting is bomb right there. That thing is cool. Oh, yep. We're gonna take out some of these loans for this little secret. So let's see. Neighborhood recovery is completed. Revenue recovery is going to be completed after today. And then we're going to look at these new landmarks and see what we can do to get this prestige up. It require, we need a fountain. So we can go ahead and place a fountain. Or can we? No, we need artworks. So let's build. All right, so we're gonna build that in here. Does that unlock fountains? I think we have to build medium art. Okay, no, there we go. Large artworks. Okay, so let's build a fountain. It's $10,000. All right, so revenue recovery is completed. So that's the technically the first part of the video. It's difficult to do this one before this one without using your contracts to get you the money. I'm just throwing that out there. I didn't want to do that like I was going to, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to because you guys are most likely going to play it like I just did. So that's how you can unlock that one. And then I'm going to show you how to unlock this one. So we're at 14. We need 30. The fountain's going to give us a little bit. Um, Question is, which fountain do we want? I like the rolling ball one. So we're going to go with the rolling ball one. So that gave us one prestige right there. And then we're going to go to our large artworks. And we need an art gallery. Art gallery. We're going to have to add a floor into our building, which is okay. We're going to put our art gallery up on this floor. If my team can figure out how to build a building, build a floor correctly. All right, this is an art dealer. I don't know why they leave these open at the end. Like it's weird. It's weird. Let's see what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so there's that, and let's build our gallery. So now we got our art gallery. That eats up quite a bit of our money. Those kind of bring some people in to the building, but these museums, these press rooms and operational building parts and stuff, those really bring some people into the building. And those people end up spending money at your shops. They end up spending. Sometimes they stay at your hotels. Like they end up doing things in your tower. Okay, so we're gonna take this contract out right here, just so I can show you guys what you can do. So 18 right now. We're gonna put a large artwork in here and watch how much it goes up. So we're at 20. So that took us up to. And if you look from artwork, we have +7. So +10 from population, +7 from artwork, and +3 from completing special contracts, which were these. So we got that one, and we're not going to build any of those, so there's really no sense of doing that. And by completing that contract, that gave us 5 more. Let's take out. Why is this not available? What other land? Oh, repay that one. Yes. Now we're going to take that one out, and we're going to do the other large artwork. Oh, we're just shy. Wah, wah, wah. So once we get this other one popped in, we'll see how much we have left, and I'll show you how to get that a little bit easier as well. The artworks do cost quite a bit of money, though, so keep that in mind. You need to get you. Maybe that's why they want so much revenue in the building, so that you can go through and build these artworks. Maybe that's like their little secret. Like, oh, this is what you have to do in order to. Okay, so that took us to 27. And then we have enough for a small. So we're going to go ahead and place a small. The ancient mask. So it takes us to 28. Really? Really? Now you decide to break down? Whatever shall I do? I don't know if y'all can hear the sirens outside, but there's a lot of sirens going on right now. If you can't, there's a lot of sirens going on right now, even if you can't hear them. We're going to take this for some money, just so we don't go bankrupt. And then we'll go ahead and do that while we're waiting. And then hopefully we get two more small, enough to put two more small artworks in, and that should give us our 30. But that's a secret right there. Put your small artwork in. Put your artwork into your tower, because that artwork is going to be what unlocks that third tier. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this video out by doing that. Um, and what I really would like you guys to continue to watch my videos and support me in my channel and the growth of it. So definitely like and subscribe, and look forward to other videos that I have coming out. I also play some other games on here as well. So you may see me post some videos for some other games, but this game right here is a game that I really enjoy playing, and I want to share this with you. And as you guys saw at the beginning, I have most of the scenarios completely unlocked, all 3. And then I have every single achievement completed in the game as well. So if you guys have any questions about different things, or you want me to do a specific video on how to handle situations or whatnot, let me know, and I can walk you all through those different pieces of it, of the game, so that you can be successful as well and continue to make the game fun for you, because that's ultimately the whole goal of me doing these videos, is to show you guys how much fun you can have playing this game, and how it can be really enjoyable. Like I really enjoy playing this game. I have for years. So, oh, there we go. We unlocked that new landmark. So I look forward to seeing you guys next time. This is all 3 of those unlocked for you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have any comments or if you would have done something different, let me know in the comments what you would have done differently, so other people can see that as well because they may try that. If you have a quicker way of doing these, add those in there as well, so that people can be like, oh yeah, let me do that instead. I just wanted to show you the traditional way to complete this particular scenario without having to use your contracts in order to hit your daily revenue. So I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and we will do another scenario video. I'll also add in some content of the hard bow tower if you guys are watching that as well, and then some of the other games that I play as well. So we'll add those in there in the future. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.